Hey, how are you guys doing? I wanted to hop on here very quickly on the time of this recording. This a Friday. So I wanted to hop on here quickly, share this little nugget, and then I'm going to go ahead and continue on about my day. So you guys come on in, come on in, come on in. Those of you that are new to me, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Beverly Walthour. I am a business strategist specifically for Christian female coaches who want to create more income and more impact without compromising their Christian values. I am also a TV and radio show host, so we film and record the TV and radio show here in Atlanta, GA. And so, like I said, I just wanted to hop on here before I continue the rest of my day. Once again, you guys, as you come on in, please say hi, hello, hey, so that I can see who is on here chit-chatting with me. Those of you that are catching the replay, make sure you type in hashtag replay, leave your questions, your comments, all that awesome stuff, and I will definitely make sure that I get back with you guys as soon as possible. And so with this particular live that I'm doing, it stemmed from a conversation that I was having with someone in Messenger today. And so I kind of wanted to, and I always tell you guys, usually the topics that I have, is usually a question. And so my thing is, I know if one person has the question, then usually more than one person has the question. That's just from when I was a teacher, and just, hey, that's how it rolled. And so this was one of the questions that was asked, Bev, what do I do to generate revenue in my coaching business? And so I just wanted to talk to you guys quickly about some things. And so you guys know that those of you that follow me, I'm all about the basics at first. And so when I talk about the basics in your business, and I know there are so many things out there that can compete for your attention, with the online space and with you being a coach and you kind of utilizing the online space. But I strongly encourage you guys to focus on what I call the basics, especially when you're looking to generate revenue and generate it consistently in your business. And then when you hit a certain point in your business with that revenue generation, then you want to start branching out and doing some other things. But even with that, it doesn't mean you go out and branch and do 100 things. You may add one or two more strategies onto what it is that you're doing. And so one of the biggest things when it comes to generating revenue, and whether or not you generated revenue either today or yesterday or this week or whatever it is, the question you want to start with is, did you ask for the sale today? And so that's the question that I want to ask you, that guys. So those of you that are watching me live and those of you that catch the replay, did you ask for the sale today? Okay. Hey, Diane. So that's the question that we're going to kind of go from this whole live that we're going to do today. And so with that question, it's only two choices. Like, it's only two ways that you can answer, either yes or no. Okay. So, once again, did we ask for the sale today? And some of you might say, well, Bev, because of what time it is where I am, no, not yet. So the answer is no. Okay. And so this is what I want to talk about. So we're going to talk about, whether or not your answer is yes or no, and then what you can do with that. There we go. I love it, Siobhan. There we go. And so you guys, for those of you that say no, no, I haven't asked for the sale today. Then once again, the question would be, okay, well, do you plan on asking for it today? Once again, depending upon where you are in the world, like Bev, the Bev is 2:00 in the morning right now. And so I just snuck in here to watch this live. So, the answer could be, are you planning on doing it today? You could say no. And then of course you want to say, well, why is that? And then once again, whatever the reason, once again, if it's 2:00 in the morning, then you may not want to do it 2:00 in the morning, but you may say, you know what I can do, especially if you're already up, is, hey, I can go ahead and schedule an email to go out to my list and, let them know about a particular service that I have. And in that email, ask for the sale. So that's one way that you can do it, type of thing. So, hey, Rise. And so you guys, so once again, if the answer is no, you haven't done it yet, you haven't asked for the sale yet today, then like I said, my question is, are you going to do it today? And then the thing is, write out a game plan. Like Siobhan was like, no, she hadn't done it, but she plans on going live later today. And in that live, that will be one thing that she will do. So if you haven't done it yet, it's not a huge deal because you still have time to do it. You just want to map out your strategy of how you're going to do it. So are you going to go, offer some value in that live and then ask for the sale during your live? Are you going to do a post In that post, it could either be a promo post, and in that promo post, you're talking about the offer, and then ask them to either schedule a call with you or click on the link to go purchase whatever it is. It could be a regular written post where you give some value, and then at the end you have a call to action for them to schedule a call with you. You see what I'm saying? So what's going to be your game plan to do it? There's so many different things that you can do. As I mentioned, if the answer is no, can you go out and send an email to your list? Let your list know what it is that you're promoting, and then ask for the sale to your email list. Those of you, and this right here, what I'm getting ready to say next might be a little bit more advanced. So some of you guys have brand ambassadors, or you may be doing joint ventures. That might be, hey, let's go ahead and tap into my joint venture and have them actually reaching out to their list or whatever to ask for the sale. Those of you, if you're running ads or whatever, what is that ad leading to? So there are so many different things that you can do that you could do to ask for the sale, Now, some of you guys, if you're just starting out and you're still kind of getting your foot in your grounding to what it is that you're doing, then one thing, even with what I just gave in that example, like I said, offer some value. Even if you just started yesterday, you could have just officially started your coaching business yesterday. You can ask for the sale today. You really can. Once again, drop that nugget. So, Belle, what do you mean by that nugget? Once again, it could be something like the top 3 ways for you to land your next job. The one thing not to do when you're in a committed relationship. You see what I'm saying? So once again, drop a nugget on there. That's value that you're giving. You're giving out that value. You're not just taking. You're actually getting out there and showing them a thing or two, or talking to them about something that they can do to help support the people that are in your community. And then, like I said, in exchange for that value, because if you talk to them about the top 3 things they should have on their resume, for instance. So say, for instance, you say, and I don't know what the top 3 things are. So look, I'm not even going to try to guess it. But once you give them the top 3 things, now in exchange for that value, why not invite them? Hey, I'm doing a resume workshop on Saturday, February to whatever, go ahead and click on this link so that we can help you to get your specific your specific resume set up in such a way where you attract your ideal position, or your ideal, you get the attention of the person in HR or whatever. You see what I'm saying? So in exchange for those top 2 tips that you had, because the thing is, so many of us feel like, well, babe, I just gave them information so they don't need the coaching. But in that example that I just gave, if I'm telling you the top 3 things you need to have on your resume, and now I'm looking at my resume like, man, this thing a hot mess. I don't know how to do whatever it is that she said to do, or I did it, but I don't know if it's effective. They still need that support from you to be able to show them what they need to do. So don't feel like, well, I just gave them that tip so they don't need me. There are some people, yep, they will be able to implement those top 3 things, put it on their resume, and they're good to go. But what about, that's probably about 5% of the population. What about the other 95% of the population? What you gonna do? Let them know how you can support them, type of thing. So once again, ask for the sale. Some of you guys, so like I said, I talked about, using your social media, using your email list, have conversations with people in Messenger or email or phone. I would say in person, but right now we know the world is in a different place right now. So you might not be talking to folks in person. So we may not be able to network and stuff like that in person, but utilize what you do have access to. It might be people in your own Rolodex where you're like, did I just show my age when I said Rolodex? But it might be people that's in your own sphere that you can pick up the phone and say, hey, I don't know if you're sure about what I do, but this is what I do. Do you know of anybody that may need this service or may need this type of support? That's you picking up and talking to people within your own network, putting the word out and letting people know. A lot of people don't even know what you do as a coach. And so sometimes we make that assumption that people know and they see it. They saw my post and they just didn't respond. You guys, a lot of people, they don't see your content like that. So that's why you want it to be a 2-way street. Yes, you want to put your content out there, but you also want to have conversations with people. I was just having this conversation with my accelerators last week about this, how it is definitely a 2-way street. You want to have the content out there, email your list and all that good stuff like that, have the stuff on your website, all of that stuff. Yes, you want to have that. But you also want to make sure that you're not neglecting having the conversations with people. And so that's the part where some of us are falling down. We're just putting out the content on social media, but we're not having the conversations. And this is the thing. So it takes time for you to have those conversations with people. But my thing is, start the conversation. You don't have to finish an entire conversation all at once. I remember one of my clients, she put a post out and the post blew up. So she had all of these people in her inbox. And her thing is, she's like, oh my gosh, babe, I can't keep up with the conversations. I was like, pace yourself. Like, you, just because, you know, you start the conversation today, you don't have to finish it today. You guys, you really don't. You really don't have to finish that conversation today. So that conversation may take a few days before you finish it up, and that's fine. That is fine, but at least get the conversations going. Now, of course, if you're talking to somebody on the phone, that's a different story. But I'm talking about if you're talking to someone in Messenger, or if you're talking to someone via email type of thing, then it's okay if that email exchange or that Messenger exchange goes back and forth for a few days. That's fine, especially if your time is limited like that. Like, don't put that kind of pressure on you to be able to get it all done at once. But once again, you do want to make sure that you have those conversations. So once again, you know, when we're asking, did you ask for this sale today? This is what I'm referring to. And so, like I said, I just gave you a couple of strategies of what you can do to ask for the sale. Once again, I talked about your content, and then I talked about your conversations. So those of you, if you feel like you're not getting the engagement that you desire, once again, go back and look at your content. And not only do you want to look at your content, because this is something that I do, well, my clients will do a social media audit. So we'll look at your content to see what it is that you're posting. Because sometimes and people will fight me tooth and nail. They're like, no, babe, I did it. I posted it. And then we'll go and we'll look. And they're like, well, dang, you know, I didn't post it as often as I thought that I did. And once again, it's not to say that you're doing anything wrong. It's to bring it to your attention, like that awareness, so that we can see, okay, so what can I do from here? How can I correct it, type of thing? So once again, it's not a judgment. It's not to say that you're doing anything wrong. What you want to do is say, okay, well, what can I do to either correct it or enhance it, that type of thing. I've organically asked through posting. I have an email list scheduled to go out, and I begin conversations. There we go. And then, like I said, keep that up consistently. And so what you want to do, you know, like I said, you have the content that's going out there consistently. And so this is one thing that I'm always talking to you guys about, because once again, I know that people's schedule can be really tight, especially with everything that's going on now. A lot of us, we have the spouses in the home now, or you have kids that are in the home now more, and you want to make sure that you're spending more time with your family. Or what a lot of people are learning is, because of the pandemic, you are now working from home for the first time. A lot of people feel like when you work from home, you have more time. And so even before the pandemic, even before I went into my business full time, when I was still working, I was working from home. Like, my career, that I was a trainer. So it allowed for me to work from home. And I knew from there, my own experience before even doing this as a business, I knew from my experience that what you end up doing, you end up breaking some of your boundaries, because you are working from home. So you end up either starting earlier, or you'll start later, or you'll find yourself working through lunch. Like, you end up finding yourself, you end up doing more work when you work from home. And also, especially if other people know that you work from home, they feel like, well, hey, she at home, so she's good. And then they want you to do. So you end up doing more. So I know and understand that the time can feel like, well, dang, where did that time go? So you want to make sure that you have it where, you know, and you guys always hear me say this, you know, if you only have 5 minutes, what can you do in that 5 minutes, so that you have that consistency going on, type of thing. And so, you know, look at your social media pages, look at the content that you're putting out there, look at the responses. You want to make sure, okay, is this content resonating with my people? Now, once again, of course, if you're just starting out there to really get your business out there like that, then the engagement may not be there as much as what you think. Or the other part to this, it could be because of what you do. Hey, and is it Aaliyah? I've been wanting to ask you how to pronounce it. I want to say Aaliyah, but let me know. Because of the type of content that you put out there, people may not respond on your post, but they may be in Messenger. So it may be sensitive content, and I put sensitive in quotation marks. And so they may not be as comfortable posting out in public. I say posting out loud. So they may come into your messenger type of thing, or they may send you an email or respond to you via email, or the contact form on your website or whatever. So keep that in mind as well. And so keep those things in mind, but look at that content that you're putting out there. Is that content resonating with your people? Well, Bev, how do I know if it's resonating? Are they responding to the call to action? Okay, perfect. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So you guys, like I said, we started this thing off. Did you ask for the sale today? If the answer was no, we just talked about some different strategies that you could put into place, right? Well, not right now. Stay on here and watch this. Like, don't leave the live. Don't leave the live. Stay on the live and listen. But what you do want to do is go ahead and do that once we get done with this live, okay? So that's for those people that said, no, I have not asked for the sale today. So if you're just hopping on, make sure you go back and watch the replay. So I'll keep this up because I gave a couple different strategies of what you can do once we're done with, once you're done watching this live or the replay, to either use your social media, your email, and messenger to go through and ask for the sale, okay? Now, those of you that were like, yeah, Bev, yes, Bev, I did ask for the sale. Then my question is, did you actually make a sale? If you did, awesome, congratulations, like yes. If you did not make the sale, though, say for instance, you did ask for the sale, but you did not, they did not move forward or whatever. So what you want to do for a lot of us, we get discouraged. We're like, well, dang, I asked, I sent out a message to 5 people, and, out of the 5 people, one said no, and the other 4 ignored me, type of thing. And you get discouraged because you're feeling rejected. And the thing is, it's not the time to feel rejected. The time is for you to get reflective. So you want to go back and look and see. So once again, the person that did actually say no, I would follow up and see. Usually they just don't say flat out no. Like they usually have a reason why, that they said no. And I would just ask, check and see what was the reason why. The time might be an issue, because very rarely is money actually the issue. Time might be an issue, or for a lot of it, and you guys, this is the part. Sometimes people just don't see the value in what it is that we're offering. And once again, it's not about you begging and pleading for them to work with you. That's not what it is. But when I say a reflection, that means we need to step back and look and see, well, maybe they, and sometimes people will tell you, like when you have a really good person, they'll tell you like, okay, I see what you're saying. I don't feel like this is worth it, type of thing. And what you want to do, you want to look at what it is that you're offering. Once again, take a step back and be reflective about what it is that you're offering. And so one thing that I do with my clients when they have their offer, even that's their freebie, but with their offer, we look at the components of their offer. And my question to them is always, why are you offering this? So once again, say for instance, part of their offer is a private Facebook group. Then I will ask them, because everybody sees that usually with your offer that you put out there, there's some type of private Facebook group, especially if you're doing a group coaching thing. But my question is why? Why are you including that private Facebook group? What's the point of having that private Facebook group? What's the point of having that workbook? Because you may say, hey, you get my workbook. Why? Why are they getting that workbook? What's the point of that? Because a lot of us, we'll see people that will have those things in their offers. And so we put them in ours. But the thing is, you need to understand the reason why. What's the purpose? What's the point of that? And so once again, when you understand that and you actually speak to the why. So for instance, I'll give an example. Those of you that offer a Facebook group or a private Facebook group as part of your offer. Once again, why is that? Why do your people want a private Facebook group? So you want to get to the why. I know for my people, I'm going to use myself for an example. I know for my people, part of why they want that private Facebook group, one is for community, because they want to be a part of a community. They want to feel connected to other people. So one, they want that community. Two, they want a safe space to be able to open up. They want a safe space to be able to ask questions. They want a safe space to even be able to vent for 2 seconds. They know they get 2 seconds to vent, then we're going to go into problem solving mode. They want a safe space for feedback, that type of thing. So you want to know your people and understand for your people, why would they want a private Facebook group, that type of thing. And you speak to that as a part of your offer. And so now it becomes more than just a private Facebook group. Once again, you may want that to be a space where they get more interaction with you, more engagement with you, more contact with you. Once again, more interaction and engagement with other people that are on the same journey or a similar journey as them, other people that they can connect with, other people that they can have that connection and that contact with, being able to tap into one another's networks, that type of thing. You see what I'm saying? Like that's what you want. So you want to play it up. You want to talk it up. You want to explain why you have that as a part of your offer, that type of thing. So definitely make sure that you're not just listing the components of your offer, but you're also talking about why that is there. You know, why you're offering X, Y, Z, whatever it may be, type of thing. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, especially when, that whole value thing, because for some of us, like I said, when they're looking at the price point, they just don't see the value in what it is that you're offering. They're like, this doesn't line up with this, so I'm not going to invest in that because I don't see the value. It's not in alignment type of thing. So for some of you guys, that one piece right there may be all you need to make a tweak to that. And that may shift with the people that actually start saying yes to your offer right now versus those people that are saying no. Hey, Valencia. Hey. And so that may be just the one little tweak you need to make to see a shift in people going from either ignoring your messages or to now actually saying yes to your offer. So either ignoring it or saying no to now shifting into saying yes. So there's definitely a strategy behind your offer and what it is that you're putting out there and how you're actually talking about your offer to other people. So you do want to make sure that you are doing that in an impactful way, that people actually see the value in what it is that you are offering with your services. And once again, I even say that even for your freebie that you have out there, like all of that stuff, like you want to make sure that it's in alignment with it. So you guys, like I said, with this live, the question was, did you ask for the sale? If the answer was no, I gave you guys a couple of things that you can do after this live to get out there, ask for the sale, close the sale. And like I said, the main thing is ask for the sale. Some of us are not even doing that. You can't generate revenue if you're not asking for the sale. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Hey, Erica, how are you? And so you guys, that's what you want to make sure that you're doing. And then once again, those of you that did say, well, yeah, Bev, I did ask for the sale, but they didn't move forward. Once again, I just gave one little quick tip to make sure that the value, like they're actually able to see the value in what it is that you're offering. So once again, these are just a couple of quick tips that I wanted to hop on here and talk to you guys about. Remember, I said my goal is to keep my lives at less than 30, about 30 minutes, somewhere around there. So I want to honor that. So you guys, that's all that I have. So once again, get out there and ask for the sale. Once again, don't allow, if someone says no, don't allow that to be the reason why you stop, because you're just like, well, dang, that person said no, now I feel horrible. Okay, and now we go back and rethink our whole life and our business as well. Don't do that. Use that as a time to reflect to see what we may need to tweak. And then sometimes it's just like, okay, cool. The next person, so those 5 people that you send that message out to, if you allow that to discourage you and you don't move forward, that 6th person could have been the person that that would have said yes to your actual service, but you never did get to the 6th person because you allowed that disappointment to kind of stop you. Okay, Erica, I'll talk to you about that. No problem at all. So you may have allowed that 6th, you may not have even got to the 6th person who would have said yes because we allowed that discouragement from the other 5 people to kind of keep us from moving forward. So you definitely want to make sure that you don't allow that opportunity, that chance. When the people are saying no, we want to get to the root of that. We want to kind of dig in there and see what's going on. Some of that, and this is actually something I'm going to talk to my accelerators about today. I meet with my accelerators on Friday. And so we're going to talk about how to address some objections in their content, because for some of you guys, you can handle some of these objections as far as the money, the time, need to speak with my spouse and all of that stuff like that. You can address that in your content. So that way you get more and more people on calls who are actually ready to move forward type of thing. So, you can definitely talk to your objections or talk to their objections through your content. That's a powerful strategy to be able to implement. So you guys, that's all that I have. So once again, get out there and ask for the sale. Get out there and put your content out there so that people can see what it is that you do, who it is that you serve, and how you serve your people. Get on out there, get on out there, and get on out there and watch what happens. Watch what people start to do. Watch how you notice a shift in your content and your engagement, and then the people that are reaching out to you. So you guys, I pray that you have an amazing rest of your day. Of course, if you have a specific question for me and how I may be able to support you, please feel free to reach out to me. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Please feel free to reach out to me. You can reach out to me via messenger on whatever platform you're watching me on right now. Just send me a message and I will definitely respond back to you. You guys, like I said, I pray that you have an amazing rest of your day. If you want to know how I may be able to support you, please let me know. And we can definitely do that. About to schedule my live. I love it, Siobhan. Yes, 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 and yes. Look. I love it. I love it. I love it. You guys just go out there and do it. Everything doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to have all the pieces in place. Just get on out there and watch what happens. Watch what happens. Okay. All right, you guys, have an amazing rest of your day. Once again, if you have a specific question for me, please feel free to reach out to me so that we can talk about how I may be able to support you. Also, a couple of you guys are participating in my 10K intensive, so be on the lookout for an email that's coming out later on this day. We kick off next week. I'm super excited about my 10K intensive, so we get started next week. So a couple of you guys are on that have signed up for it. So be on the lookout for an email that will go out later this evening because we get started next week. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. I pray you have an amazing rest to your day, you guys. Thank you so much. Take care, take care, take care.